The Central Baltic program produces a series of videos for cost eligibility. This video is about staff cost. Firstly, Sana will present the main eligibility principles, explain what cost can be reported and how to ensure proper audit trail. Afterwards, we will talk about most common questions regarding staff cost. And at the end of this video, I will try to remember the key points to staff cost eligibility.
A key principle is that only salary for project-related work can be reported, not for the regular work in your organization. And then, staff cost must be calculated correctly. This means that you need to strictly follow the calculation method as it is written in our manual. Say, when a person is working fixed 20% for the project, then 20% of the gross employment cost can be reported, not less, not more.
Sana, but what is the gross employment cost?
The gross employment cost consists of salary payments according to the contracts or appointment decision. Any other cost directly linked to salary payments, which are incurred and paid by the partner organization. These need to be specified in the employment documents and be in line with the legislation and standard practices in the country and/or organization. Please remember, organization standard practices refer to all staff of the organization, and no special rules can be made for project employees when it comes to salaries.
We know that to ensure eligibility of cost, it is very important to have a proper audit trail. How to organize audit trail to staff cost?
First, an employment document is needed for each person. Employment documents define crucial information from the eligibility point of view, namely the title of the position, description of tasks within the project, workload, and the project employment duration must be defined. If the tasks are not described in the contract or appointment decision, then a separate job description is needed. We have noticed that many project partners have work contracts or appointment decisions which refer only to EU-funded projects in general. This is not enough. The document with reference to your project and a description of concrete tasks in this project must be prepared. As supporting documentation, also payslips are necessary. In addition, proof of payment is needed for salaries and other payments such as the employer's contribution to social security.
We know that mistakes in the staff budget line happen quite often. Sana, could you provide advice step by step how to avoid those mistakes?
Mistakes are quite common. Mainly, these are related to missing supporting documents and then calculation mistakes. Here is the advice. Prepare employment documents correctly. Indicate all requested information such as the workload, for instance, full workload or fixed percentage, and the duration of the project work and the specific tasks. It is good to check what you have planned in the application form, as that really sets the basics. Second, follow the calculation method requirements. This means that you should follow the method exactly as it is written in our manual, not to do any modifications or assumptions regarding it. Third, when reporting, attach all necessary documents to the report under the list of expenditure. So, to avoid mistakes, read the program manual and guide for project implementation thoroughly. The guide provides detailed information For example, on what is included in the cross-employment cost and what supporting documents are needed. So I advise you to use the guide when you are reporting the staff cost, at least for the first time. Please note that it is extremely important to report staff cost in an eligible way. Any costs that will be cut from staff cost will also be reflected in the Office and Administration flat rate as a cut.
How to report staff costs in the EMS?
For reporting in EMS, it is recommended to report staff cost as one block for the whole reporting period for one person. It means one line in the list of expenditure for the reporting period per person and including the salary payment and the employer's contribution to social security cost as one block. The different amounts of social security costs need to be visible in the supporting documents, but do not need to be disclosed in the list of expenditure separately.
How to report social security costs related to staff costs if those are paid in the following month?
It's advised to have both actual salaries and employer's contribution to social security declared in the same period report, even though some of the contributions would be paid after the end of the reporting period. For instance, employer's contribution to social security for salaries for February are paid in March, and the reporting period ends in the end of February. You can report those costs together with the salary for February as long as those are actually paid before the first level control checks.
Are there any other issues which you would like to highlight?
Yes. Remember, budget flexibility rule does not apply to staff cost. It means that the total sum of staff cost per partner cannot be increased. Even for a small increase in staff cost, an official modification request is necessary. If you exceed the total staff cost per partner without project modification, the exceeding amounts will be cut.
To summarize, firstly, prepare all necessary employment documents and include all required information. Do not forget to indicate concrete tasks either in the contract or in a separate job description. Calculate and report staff costs strictly according to the rules of the method used for each person. Remember, the total sum for staff costs for project partner cannot be exceeded.